Hello friends, breaking news today. General Hospital, GH. Spoilers reveal that Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, may not be as innocent as she thinks she is when it comes to John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, murder. After all, Kristina got her hands on Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, gun, and went to the Quartermain estate with the intention of taking down John permanently. Although Kristina thinks she backed out of killing Agent Cates, what if she actually went through with it? Kristina's emotions were all over the place that night, so it's possible she just doesn't remember pulling the trigger on John. Of course, fans seemingly watched Sonny shoot John twice, but maybe that wasn't the reality of the situation. If GH writers wanted to offer a twist, they could make it so Kristina imagined Sonny doing the deed as a way to cope with her fatal actions. In other words, viewers might have been witnessing Kristina's warped perspective in that moment. Kristina might have seen Sonny pump 2 bullets in Agent Cates, but what if she was actually the one who fired them? From there, Kristina might have gone into a fugue state and blocked it all out. There may be some memories that resurface for Kristina, but will they be real ones or potentially false ones of Sonny committing a crime? Regardless, Sonny might be protecting Kristina more than he's protecting himself. If that's the case, it would undo Sonny's deadly move and allow Kristina to enter a temporary insanity plea. There may come a point when Kristina eventually realizes she's to blame after all. It could lead to Kristina's dramatic confession and perhaps a stint in Ferncliff down the road. This storyline could use a curveball to shake things up, so maybe Sonny isn't John's killer after all. Do you think there might be a twist coming that'll point the finger at Kristina and call into question what fans saw by the boathouse that night? General Hospital spoilers say Kristina has some messy story developments ahead of her, so stick with us for predictions on any John shockers and updates on Kristina's legal news. CTL will have other sizzling General Hospital spoilers, predictions, news and updates to check out, so drop by regularly for more GH info new update. General Hospital GH spoilers for the week of September 30 October 4 reveal that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, will survive Jen Sidwell's Carlo Rota, Vengeful Wrath. Despite some scary moments at Sidwell's camp, Anna and Jason are obviously going to make it out of his chaos alive. After Holly Sutton, Emma Sams, makes a daring move and some other shockers go down, Jason and Anna will eventually be able to return to Port Charles. Of course, a newly freed Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, will head back to PC as well. Lucky's priority will be finding out if he's a possible Livadonna match for Lulu Spencer, Alexa Heavens, since her life is on the line. Will Lucky be the match Lulu needs, or will his drinking have taken too much of a toll on his liver? Regardless, GH fans will recall that Cyrus Renauld, Jeff Kober, is determined to get Lulu the help she needs, so he may keep his promise. This is Lulu's last chance to live one way or another. There's no word on the exact date Lulu will awaken from her coma, but we know Alexa Havens will be making her debut as a Lulu recast later this fall. At some point, Lulu will indeed wake up and start the complicated process of rebuilding her life. In the meantime, Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, and Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, should move forward with their date to keep up appearances. Sonny and Carly will work to make people believe they've a real couple again, thanks to public outings. That could help with Sonny's alibi, but there could be some snags if Carly can't stop flirting with Jack Brennan, Charles Monsieur, and Sonny can't keep his hands off Natalia. It looks like Natalia could face some warnings about falling for Sonny and the drama she'll get tangled up in, but the heart wants what it wants. As for Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, she may make more mistakes as she deals with the cops. Kristina is trying to help Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, while still covering up her own actions from the night John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, was killed. Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, may dig into Kristina's rideshare claim and prove it's not true. Kristina's vehicle was still in the Metro Court parking garage, so that's important to keep in mind. The only other reasonable explanation is that Kristina drove Alexis' car, which goes against Alexis' insistence that she was the only one who drove it that night. The more Chase looks into all this, the bigger the mess it's going to create for Alexis and Kristina. General Hospital GH. Spoilers recap for Tuesday, September 24, reveals that Jack Brennan, Charles Monsieur, paid Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, another visit at Bobby's to discuss Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Anna Devane's, Finola Hughes, progress. Once Carly and Brennan discussed their concerns, they wound up engaging in flirty banter as usual. Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy, showed up and got an introduction to Brennan before speaking with Carly in private. In the kitchen, Diane insisted the cops, and maybe even the feds, were watching Carly, so she couldn't be flirting with other men when she was supposed to be back together with Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard. Carly suggested they were just selling a one-night stand, but Diane thought they should move in together and make this more believable. Although Carly refused, Diane made it clear that Carly and Sonny had to pretend they were reunited. At Pozuelos, Natalia Ramirez, Eva LaRue, helped Sonny with a new espresso machine and asked about Kristina Corinthos Davis, Kate Mansi, considering everything she'd been through. That led to a close moment where Sonny put his hand on Natalia's. Carly arrived and spotted the hand-holding, so she scolded Sonny once he was alone and shared Diane's orders. Carly and Sonny agreed they wouldn't mislead Donna about her parents being a couple again, but they had to be seen in public together. Sonny suggested dinner and drinks tonight, so Carly said it was a date, though she obviously wasn't thrilled about it. At GH, Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Veganos, brought bagels to TJ Ashford, Taj Bello, so they could catch up since she got in late last night. TJ asked where Molly was, so she offered updates on her trip to Brown Dog Bar and her encounter with Dex Heller, Evan Hofer. After Molly ranted about Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, protecting Kristina, she got a message from work and had to take off. Later, TJ opened up to Stella Henry, Vernie Watson, about how he was starting to resent Molly for finding ways to avoid grieving their baby. Stella pushed for patience and offered to go with TJ to the cemetery for a visit. Next, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprodna, helped Kristina move back to her apartment and gave her plenty of support. Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard, eventually showed up with questions for Kristina and wanted to ask them privately. Dante agreed to leave, but he called Diane in the hallway and warned that Kristina was about to do something she shouldn't be doing. Back with Kristina, she faced Chase's grilling session about her whereabouts the night of John Jagger Cates, Adam J. Harrington, murder. Chase wondered if Kristina drove Alexis' car to the cemetery since her own car hadn't left the Metro Court parking barrage. Kristina acted like things were hazy since she'd been through so much, but she ultimately said she maybe took a rideshare. Before Chase could interrogate Kristina any further, Diane showed up under the guise of making a friendly soup delivery. Although Diane wasn't Kristina's lawyer, she got Kristina to clam up since she didn't have her own attorney there. Once Chase took off, Kristina feared she'd said something incriminating. Although Diane noted that it wouldn't be admissible in courts since her lawyer wasn't present, she still feared it could open up new avenues in the investigation. Chase tracked Dante down to complain about Diane's interruption since he knew it was Dante's doing. Since Dante had recused himself from the case, Chase lashed out over his interference and vowed to rat him out if he did it again. At Pentonville, Heather Weber, Allie Mills, knew Alexis must be having a rough time between being stuck in there and the loss of her grandbaby. After Heather offered support, Alexis was led to Martin Bray, Michael E. Knight, in the visiting area. Martin explained that Sonny hired him, so Alexis agreed to let him represent her. Alexis recapped Kristina's actions on the night of John's murder, including the fact that Kristina stole Sonny's gun and drove Alex's vehicle to the Quartermain property with the intention of killing him. However, Kristina didn't kill Agent Cates, So Alexis argued that if anyone was going down for a murder she didn't commit, it was going to be her, not her daughter. Martin offered a risky alternative by suggesting the only way out of this was to prove Sonny was behind John's grim fate instead. General Hospital spoilers say Martin could be playing with fire, so we'll pass along more predictions to Sonny's reaction to this news, at least if Alexis agrees to Martin's tactic. CTL's where you want to be for sizzling General Hospital spoilers, predictions, news and updates, so make us your one-stop Kiesh source.